Just because a man walks in the door, all the young women in the town got pregnant. The government realized the seriousness of the situation. With the help of the local government, they brought all the affected women to the hospital and told them about the mass pregnancy. Although the government has not yet figured out the reason, but they decided to abort most of the babies and to keep some of them under observation. This caused an immediate uproar among the mothers. Some of them thought it was their own babies, that it had nothing to do with what happened in the town last night. But when a group of confirmed pregnant underage girls walked in here, they were forced to believe what was happening to them. It was Lisa who came forward. Through the trust she gained as a psychiatrist in her small town, she convinced them to sign a confidentiality agreement with the government, and it was up to the mothers to decide if they wanted to keep their babies in their wombs. The government wouldn't force them. They were then examined at the hospital. The baby's DNA was extracted from the mother's blood to determine the genes of the father. The results of the tests came back soon after. All of the children were found to be normal, not like aliens in a science fiction movie. But here's the amazing thing. Only the mother's genes can be found in the baby's genes, but there's no trace of the father's genes. These babies seem to have appeared out of nowhere, and the young mothers who received the news, some agreed to the government's abortion program, but when they arrived at the hospital to sign the papers, a strange scene occurred. The lights in the room suddenly began to flicker. Several mothers looked at the lights. It was as if they were being manipulated. They dropped their pens and left the hospital at the same time. The staff who had been observing them also sighed, because they weren't the first ones to come to the hospital. All the mothers who came here before them were in the same situation. The government decided not to intervene in the birth of the children, so a few days passed, and the mothers' bellies grew. They were regularly examined at the hospital under the protection of the military. All of them showed no abnormalities. The only problem was that they couldn't leave the town. Whenever they were about to leave the town, a strange force emerges from their stomachs, controls them to retrace their steps. What's even more bizarre, all the moms felt contractions at the same time. It was a sign of impending labor. With the help of the government, all the mothers began to concentrate their labor. With the help of modern medical technology, the babies are safe and sound. By the time everyone has left, the mothers went into a deep sleep. The babies opened their eyes. The brown pupils began to glow brightly. The whole nursing room was getting spooky, and disaster was looming. These gifts of nature, they've been living under the watchful eye of the military. There was even a separate school for them, though these kids all seem to have sprung from a rock. But after 3 years of living together, the mothers became very attached to the children. While everyone was having a good time, the lights in the classroom began to flicker. Even the surveillance room at the military headquarters was affected. All the children ran to the window at the same time. It was as if there was some kind of magic that attracted their attention. As the children came out of the classroom, followed their gaze. There's a little girl across the lawn coming this way. The moms had never seen her before. The children surrounded the girl in the center. They dressed her in the school uniform. Each one gave her an item from here. They didn't say a word the whole time, but it was as if they had known each other for years. The sheepdog nearby suddenly sensed something. He kept hissing at the place and broke the leash to rush out. But the kids were like clones. They turned their heads and stared at the dog at the same time, and the dog immediately sensed the threat. It kept spinning in place. It wasn't until the owner came over that the children recovered. An investigation by the military department revealed that